Hey y'all, it's Erin from the Underground Railroad. You are tuning in to another great show on the Four Eyed Radio Network. To listen to more of this show and other great shows, tune into www.foureyedradio.com.
That's right, kids. This is your good pal, Steve-O from 4i Radio Network. I'm here to talk about a great person. Now, think about it. Who are you going to call when your logo looks like shit? You want a kick-ass logo. You want people to see your logo and go, you know what? That's an awesome logo. I wonder who did that logo. Well, I'll tell you who could do your logos for you. Check out Raven Designs. Special care of your work. Special inquiries, check her out. She's got everything. RavenCruise.com is the place to go because you want a kick-ass logo. You want to stand above the rest. I guarantee it. You hear this song in the background, you know these guys have a kick-ass logo. It's a recognizable logo, and I guarantee it if Raven was back in that time period, she probably would have made it for them. And they would have been like, hells yeah, people know who we are because we got Raven Designs behind us. Check out RavenCruise.com if you want a kick-ass logo for business cards. Maybe you want to put it on a car. These guys did. Maybe you want to put it on your building. You want something kick-ass. You want something that people can see and just go, this is awesome. Check out RavenCruise.com. And you know what? Do it. Do it right now. You got nothing else going on for you right now. Get a kick-ass logo. Check out her artwork, RavenCruise.com. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Arcade Brothers, or Bros, or Bra, or Tits. Hello, I am Player One Steve-O, and I have a very special guest. I've unlocked the newest secret character in the Arcade Bros video game vault, and it is...
Matthew.
I caught you off
Renfro. Secret character
unlocked, or new challenger approaches. Matthew Renfro. Yes, you can find us at www.arcade-bros.com, part of the 4i Radio Network, also known as The Fern. Of course, you can listen to the show at 4iradio.com, Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, Zune Marketplace, BlackBerry Podcasts, Blueberry Podcasts, Mirror Guide, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, SoundCloud, and Player FM. And until Eric stops his habit.
I was going to say, man, the list keeps on growing.
Keeps on going. Of course, we're brought to you by Raven's Designs. Illustrations and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
Do it.
Our shout-outs are none this week because I have not gone through Twitter, and guess what? Don't really care. There's a lot of new stuff going on at a lot of podcasts that I apparently run. But we're not going to get into that. We're just going to talk about... Now, there's a lot of big news that came out this week. I know one has to do with the Titanfall. Mm-hmm. Nintendo Direct actually just had a huge video talking about new stuff with the Mario Kart game and also their Smash Bros. Game. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that, though. But Matthew, the question we like to ask every week is, what have you been playing this week?
Well, good sir.
Good sir.
I finished South Park Stick of Truth. Thanks to you. You let me borrow it.
That's right.
So I got that under my belt. And then, what was it? Last month, Xbox Games with Gold did Civilization Revolution.
Yes.
I think that's what it's called. So I started playing with that. I played it back in like 2012. And still had my save file, so booted that back up and jumped right back in there. But yeah, South Park, Stick of Truth. Great game.
Great game.
It was a lot of fun, insanely funny. I used to watch South Park like religiously back when it first came on. And then, I don't know, just kind of grew out of it. But this made me feel at home.
Yeah, I really enjoyed what they did with the game, and just being able to play a game that looks exactly like the show, and the writing. Now, if you haven't beaten the game, we're probably going to do some spoilers here. Just the fact that I like Randy's whole, oh my God, where does Taco Bell get off of blowing up 3 city blocks just to have their new Mega Ultra Taco Bell? Just the humor is just right at home with Trey Parker and Matt Stone's writing. What were some of your favorite parts of the game? Or even just gameplay style, how do you think of the RPG aspect to this? It's a different RPG. I felt altogether. What did you enjoy?
I thought they did a very good job. There was continuous ways to manipulate your weapons, and you were always upgrading.
Yes.
You get new weapon patches and equipment patches and things like that. So there was always something to tweak and all that stuff. What really surprised me was going into it. I had no idea what the story was going to be. All I knew is there's this stick of truth, and then to have spoilers, to have this whole side element of the green ooze, and to have all these Nazis and all this different stuff. It really made every time I progressed really interesting, because you never knew what was going to happen. To have the UFO and get abducted.
Oh yeah,
and all that different stuff. It was really cool.
It was fun.
And I thought I told you this a couple weeks ago, I guess. I don't know how this game got away with half the shit they did. Not to mention Taco Bell, but Facebook and
Yes.
all these different things that they hint to. It's are these paying people off for this, or what's going on with that?
Or the only thing I could think of, if they have the same rights that they do with the show, where in the beginning of the show they have
They're
that
just
huge
granted. It's grandfathered in or something.
It might be, because they got away with a lot of stuff, and it's funny because a lot of the things they got away with is stuff that they would have harped so hard on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Which I think is just funny. So it's just Rockstar, I think, should get a bit of a better lead. Let them do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because South Park got away with so much stuff. And I'm not saying they just did it to do it. I mean, they did it just to and it was funny in the background, especially there's this part where you're fighting the underpants gnomes.
Yeah.
And you're just going through the walls, and your parents, it's kind of funny because your parents start talking about, they're all
That's hilarious.
they start talking about because your character that you pay actually has this past. He just moved, your family just moved to this, small redneck mountain town basically. Yeah. And that's what I love. Is he doesn't remember. But that's a good thing. And then I just the mother just just fuck me.
Yeah.
Fuck my brains out.
Yeah.
And you're okay. And then you just hear them through the wall while you're battling rats.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to get through everything, and then just you finally get onto their dresser, and you see them in the background just going to town at it,
and then you get on the bed.
It's just there was just so many things that were just are you serious? I did not see this happening.
Well, did you die a lot?
Yeah, there was I died actually when I was by myself. When you had to play by yourself, you didn't have really anybody helping you in your party. That's the only times I pretty much died.
Really?
You?
I died quite a bit, because I'd be distracted. I'd go on there and see what their weaknesses were and stuff like that, and then I wouldn't have the right party member, and so I died quite a bit. It took me a little bit longer than it probably should have, but
I did like the fact that you could switch out your party members in battle. I thought that was a great feature. Now, who was your once you got your full cast of characters, who did you play with the most?
Butters and Stan.
Butters and Stan? Oh, okay. Mine was Kyle and Stan.
Once I got Kyle, I was all about it, but then I really liked Stan because when he would do a sword attack, he could take out 2 enemies at the same time. Well, not take them out, but injure them at the same time.
Injure 2 at the same time.
And I liked Butters as well because he had his hammer attack had the holy bonus.
Yes.
And for some reason, a lot of characters were really weak to holy, so I was all about that.
I really enjoyed the aspect of what was it? I loved their final moves. Their final specials and stuff. Butters, I thought, was genius. Mm-hmm. He becomes Professor Chaos.
Yeah.
And he literally comes out in the huge, and you could do this spin, basically
the wheel, to see
the
what.
Wheel, yeah. And it was just fantastic. And then you had Kyle's was also really good. He had all the, everybody shoot arrows out and stuff. Still, my favorite part of the entire game was Canada.
That was awesome. The top down. Old school.
I just bust out laughing because especially you're walking through the forest and like the game is very beautiful, even though it's in South Park style, but it's just beautiful to look at. You're in the forest, you see all the trees, and as soon as you get to the border of Canada, you look over and you just see everything's in a triangle. Like it's all
pixelated.
Simple. Yeah. Trees and stuff like that, and then you get into Canada and everything's just 8-bit graphics. And then I just like, hey buddy, ever fought dire wolves? It's like wolves, except they're dire. It's just like
same with the dire bears.
Yeah, dire bear. Oh, it was so just like, oh my god. And then what did I ended up getting dire AIDS.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got attacked by a snake. And it's like, you have dire AIDS. It's like normal AIDS, except it's dire. And I had to actually go to the clinic to get cured of it.
Oh,
wow. But yeah, they did such a phenomenal job, I think, with that game, especially with everything you could do, like finding all the Pokemon.
Yeah, I texted you about that.
Yeah,
I got pissed.
Yeah, pissed.
I missed one, and I couldn't go back to it.
Summons? Did you get all the summons?
I did. Well, I got the City Walk. Or China Walk?
Yes.
I got the Mr. Slave.
Okay, Mr. Slave.
I got Jesus.
Tries. Yeah, Jesus.
And those were the only 3 I got.
Mr. Hanky?
Oh, I got Mr. Hanky too,
Hanky.
but I never used him.
The only one I got to use was Mr. Slave.
I used City Walk and Mr. Slave.
The only problem I had with the summons was you could not use them on bosses.
Right.
But it was funny though, because even when Jesus goes all like, except for bosses, because those guys scare me. You're like, but you're Jesus. Yeah. I think some characters that I thought would have been kind of cool to see in this, unless I didn't run into them, because I'm still missing like a bunch of friends. I think that I still need to make friends with. Like I have like a couple of side missions I need to do, but
yeah, I completed all the side missions.
I think the one I got to find one more like homeless camp. I think.
So you found the ones in the sewer?
Yeah, I found all the ones in the sewer. I found the one behind the tree.
What behind the... Okay.
There was the one, I think, in Kenny's area.
Yep.
And then I don't know where the other one is.
There's one by Jimbo's gun shop.
Oh, okay. That's probably where I need to go.
And I think the other one's over by the U-Haul place.
Yeah, I think I did the U-Haul one. I'm trying to remember. I'll have to go back and check.
If not, just look online.
Yeah, that's what I...
That's the only reason why I knew I missed one of the Pokemon! That's how I realized I missed one of the Pokemon, is because I looked online, and I was pissed. Instantly.
That's got to be like a big... how'd you feel about fighting the Nazi fetus?
Oh, hilarious, dude.
My God.
Even that whole sequence.
Oh my, just like... Oh my God.
I mean, I freaking love Randy, dude. Like...
Oh my God!
He's just like the guy, like the guinea pig, like.
Oh man, just
he's in the UFO. He's in the freaking abortion clinic, like.
Yeah, Stan's dad is just always in the smack dab of everything. Like my favorite episode of South Park with him was the one where he's talking about like Stan, losing at hockey. When they were really little kids or whatnot. He's like, no, you can't play hockey anymore. Do you remember the devastation? Like he's flipping out, and Stan's like, I don't even remember. And he's like, I'm gonna coach these kids for whatever reason. I forget what the storyline was or whatnot. And then Randy's like, no, you can't. It's all the craziness. And then he's like, you finally see what actually happened. And it was just like the puck like went past Stan and he missed it. And they were like little kids. It was just like, oh, good try one. And then like Randy's the only one in the stand, like, no! Like,
his kid's a failure.
Like, yeah, it's just like Randy is just that dad he's just freaking hilarious.
Well, I liked it like near the very end of the game when you interact with Mr. Slave.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So like Randy's dad's there when you first get there, and he's like, well, when I first got there, it was me and I had Stan in my party. Okay. So we walk up there and like Stan's like, "Hey, Dad," and he just like walks right by Stan. He's like, "Hey, new kid, I've been really meaning to see you." Yes. It's like, oh, your son's right there, and he's really happy to see you. But I don't know. The game's really good. If you haven't played it or get the opportunity to, definitely do it. Even if you're not a South Park fan, it's really freaking funny.
Yeah, I would say, like, I went out and bought it, but if you can rent it, because I was like, as much as, like, if you're a huge South Park fan, this is probably something you'd want in your collection.
There's really no replay value.
There's no replay value. The only thing, like, I see replaying value-wise with it is me starting my game as a Jew just so I could find Jesus and get, like, there's only certain achievements you can get, like, without, like, certain things you have to do. So, like, playing it as so basically, to get I would say to get every single achievement except for one throughout one gameplay would be playing as a Jew and not selling your stuff.
I got that one.
Yeah, so if you
but
don't...
the funny thing about that was that I got that, but I sold all my stuff. I don't know how that worked.
That is weird.
Because, well, I sold all of it prior to going into the last battle, and then when I was gaining stuff, like I had stuff in my inventory. So I don't know if there was some glitch in the game where it thought that I didn't do it, but I literally So
like that's the only way I could see you replaying the game for. But other than that, is like there's really no big. I don't know if there's DLC for it yet. I don't know if they're going to add any more to the game.
Right now, there's just like packs.
Yeah.
Like you can get the samurai pack and like different stuff like
that.
Which
when I bought the game, I got a bunch of like stuff with it anyways. Like I have Assassin's costume and like stuff like that. But I would say get it from Gamefly because it's really not that long of a game. Like you can complete this in a weekend. Probably even less. It's maybe like an 18-hour game at the most. But if you can borrow it from somebody, I highly recommend it. Like to me, it's just, and I thought the RPG aspect in the game was actually really well done. It reminded me a lot of Paper Mario.
Totally.
Anybody, like they really went back to like kind of like an old school kind of feel where like you could like you can block, you can attack, and all that kind of good stuff.
I was all about exploring. I kind of wish the world was like
I do too. I always thought it was a little bit bigger too.
But yeah, I was.
But I kind of hope more cartoon shows take maybe a page out of their book. Like I would love to see like a Simpsons game where it's just done in the Simpsons art style, or a Family Guy game like that. None of this like cell shaded stuff. Just like literally like make it like a 2D or almost like a not like a necessarily 3D game, but something like that. Where you could like explore the entire town of Springfield or Quahog or even like Futurama if you guys did a game like that, and just getting all the voice casting involved. And so I mean I think those would just be phenomenal games. Just like that'd be just fun to play.
Was Mr. Tally in the game?
No, if Tally...
Mr. Tally. Yeah. Was Tally in the game?
You know what? I did not see him.
I only saw him like when there would be like the loading screens.
Yeah, that's the only time I saw him, but I never saw him anywhere else.
The only thing I could think of was like every house had like the bathrooms.
Yes.
And you could take showers.
I didn't even think... Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's the only way I could think about like him.
Like if you went into every house, took a shower, and then he'd show up.
I don't know, maybe. But like,
you guys want to get high?
But like in the episodes, he was all like the.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Yeah, like the government agency and stuff. Like so, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's actually surprising to think about. Like Tally not being in that.
I guess you could just like Google it. But,
yeah, we could Google it because I think there's like 120
friends.
20 friends, I think it is. I think I'm at like 100. So
I don't even know.
There's like 20 people that I'm missing. I did like the fact there was Damien, Satan's son, in the theater. I love going to the movie theater and just like, Rob Schneider.
Is that Andy Samberg?
What, doing the
voice?
Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
It could be.
I was in there and I was like, this has to be Andy Samberg. I mean, it could be one of the South Park dudes,
we could probably check, because they did that in an old episode, like with, I think when Kenny was dead, like he became like Cartman's, like he became a ghost and then went inside Cartman or some of that. I forget what the storyline that was going on.
Yeah.
But they did that, like they kept going to like movie theaters, like Rob Schneider wakes up and he's a stapler. So I don't know, it could be. I'd have to check. Probably just check the online to see if it is him or. So highly recommend it. South Park to me is probably one of the fresh new games of this year. Even though I know it's based off of something, but it's a really short game. But
I think it's gonna be top 5.
Yeah, it's up there. Like
for game of the year for sure.
Like already, like, and the other game that I'm gonna bring up that I haven't even played yet, but I'm excited to play is Mario Kart 8.
Oh yeah.
Now, I've been avoiding videos. I don't know if you've checked out videos yet, but I've been avoiding videos for a while. Like, I think I saw the teaser trailer, and I was just kind of like, okay, Mario Kart 8, because the last one I played was Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, and it's a good game. The only problem I have with it is, like, I don't know what it is with Mario Kart games on a handheld. It just cramps my hands up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even when I got the XL one, like, I'm still, like, my thumb, like, I could literally do a race, finish that race, and then I have to stop.
Oh,
like I was like, I can't even play anymore. So watching this, I was like, okay, let's see what it is. This is the most beautiful game I've seen, and I'm even talking about Xbox One games, PlayStation 4 games. Like, this looks better than those games right now. Mario Kart 8, there is so much detail, and items and everything like that. So I don't know what you've seen so far, but I've seen I think there's going to be, of course, they've said 27 playable characters right now.
Oh.
Tracks, yeah, they've done a bunch of revamped tracks.
Dang, they're really going out with the characters.
They haven't even told. There's even more hidden characters apparently too. Well, you got the entire Koopa kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. That was a big deal this time.
That was a huge thing. I was like, oh really? You're bringing all of them in? You got the Koopa Troopa back, Toad's back. I think Yoshi, Wario, Waluigi,
Shy Guy.
Yeah, Shy Guy's a new character that I don't know if he was in past ones. I don't think he was.
I don't know.
But yeah, a bunch of new stuff. Then you have like Princess Peach, Daisy, Rosalia.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got a lot of people that were in, I think, the Wii version. But yeah, so many cool new items that are coming into it. Some of them they showed, like the boomerang from Super Mario 3D World. You now have a boomerang you can throw out. It will come back to you. You can use that for a couple of times. The fire flower now, you can shoot out fireballs. One of the cool things I've noticed, though, was the fact the redesign of old tracks.
Yeah.
Especially Rainbow Road from the N64.
Yeah, the detail in that, like, and the level security of the, like, level security, the depth of the level, like, you're up, obviously it's Rainbow Road, so you're up in the air, but like there's like a whole like interactive like environment that's happening underneath you. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, there's like a train going by. You got all these boost things. There's a lot of like, and I really like how simple it is for the cars to not only like you're driving on wheels and then switching to
you can switch the anti-gravity.
The anti-gravity, which is like a huge thing, and it's really working for this game. I'm trying to think of what else I saw on it that it was. Oh yeah, the only flaw so far that I've seen with it or people talked about was you can't have two items. Back in the N64 one, you would get an item, you could hold on to it, it'd be in your back, and then you could pick up another item, so you'd have two items. Well, now, if you hold that item and you run over a box, you won't get another item because it still counts as in your inventory. Mm-hmm. So you'll have to throw that item to pick up an item, I guess. But a lot of people's like, yeah, it's a drawback, but a lot of people are like, it really doesn't affect the game like that so much now.
Do you know how many levels there are?
I'm trying to think. Well, they've done shit. You know what? Let me see if I can pull up some more.
I know they're bringing a lot of stuff back. They're like bringing a level or two from the Super NES game. No, there's some from Double Dash from GameCube.
Yes.
The Wii version. I think there's actually one level from actually the NES version.
Yes, they let's see.
But they're sprucing it all up to make it, worthwhile for.
Okay, yeah. So the game the game is being released in Japan on May 29th. It will be in North America on May 30th. So that's going to be kind of a cool. I think that's a Friday, which is really kind of different.
I normally do Sundays.
Let's see. It looks like we're going to have, let's see. Okay, so yeah, 27 playable characters as of right now. Other ones that might be coming is let's see. We might have more Yoshis, more Toads. Let's see. Shy Guy.
Is Boo in there?
Fly Guy. Yeah, it says Boo's, Fishbone, Fire Snake, Tiki Goons, Screaming Pillards, Thwomps. Here's
a playable character.
I think they just says other over here. It says new characters, so there might be a bunch of different.
Right on.
So we'll see what happens. So we have item box coins, green shells, triple green shells, red shells, triple red shells.
Right.
Bananas, triple bananas, the mushrooms, the triple mushrooms, the golden mushroom. Fire flowers, I believe, is a new one. Stars. Then we have the blooper, the squid.
Yeah.
You got bombs; those are back. The spiny shell, which I found out with the spiny shells, they don't appear as much as they used to. So that could be a yay or a nay. Yeah. You got the lightning, the bullet bills, the boomerang flower, I believe, is a new one, and same with and then the potted piranha plant is also a new one. Don't know what else is coming out. Okay, so here's the carts, bikes. I'm trying to get to tracks. Okay, courses. Okay, so far there are 26 tracks.
Nice.
Out of a total of 32 that they've shown about. So we have Mario Kart Stadium, Water Park, Sweet Sweet Canyon, and the Thwomp Ruins. Then you have Mario Circus. You got Toad Harbor, Twisted Mansion, and Shy Guy Falls. Then we have the Sunshine Airport and the Electrodome. Special Cup has got Cloud Top Circus, Rainbow Road. Then you got Bone Dry Dunes and Dolphin Shallows. Now, I know they usually try to do okay, and here's the retro courses that have come back. So from the Wii, we got Moo Moo Meadows,
Okay.
GBA Mario Circuit, DS Cheap Cheap Beach, NES Toad's Turnpike. I
There
remember
we
that
go.
one.
Yeah.
Then we have from the GameCube Dry Desert, from the Super NES Donut Plains 3,
Okay.
N64 Royal Raceway, 3DS DK Jungle, and then on the DS we have the Tick Tock Clock, N64 Rainbow Road, and then to be decided they have a Grumbling Volcano from the Wii. From 3DS they have Music Park, and then from 3DS as well as Piranha Plant Side. But those are just to be decided. They don't know if they're coming out or yet not. It looks like they will have a limited edition bundle. Nothing too spectacular, which is kind of fun. I wonder how much they're charging for this, but usually like Xbox and PlayStation always go all out. So this one, all you get is really the game, and you get actually the blue turtle shell, like statuesque.
Wow, interesting.
It's kind of cool. Like if it's $5 more, yay. If it's $100 for that, no thank you. I'll just buy the game. Most of this stuff,
What's
really
the
isn't
scale
worth.
look like on the shell?
I'll flip it around and show you the.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it's not really. Doesn't look too big.
That's probably like maybe $20 more.
To be honest, it probably won't even be released in the U.S. It's most likely going to be a Japanese or a like UK thing. They always usually do that. I've never really seen too many collector's edition Nintendo games.
Well, I'm surprised when you even just mentioned it. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, that's what I was just like. Okay, so you have a lot of cool stuff. I know they're going to have a bunch of new carts. Customizable carts. You can really do a lot. I guess the customizable was released in on the Wii.
I don't
maybe
remember
the
that.
3DS. It's just very weird. Like to me, I'm just like, it's a car. Let me jump in. Let me go.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mario Kart 8 looks fantastic. Now I know what we will do, and which makes me kind of angry that I'm kind of like Nintendo should really get on this. Do a Twitch, because I would love.
I don't know if they will, man.
I don't think they will.
I mean, I'm sure they. Well, they don't have the capability for it.
They
so.
they could.
They could. They just have to manipulate it to where you could do an external camera, but
You can from the pad.
oh, from the gamepad.
Yeah, the pad has a camera in it and everything.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it's something. I mean, it'd be just kind of
Maybe.
cool. I think it'd just be kind of cool just to do it and then just be like having all four of us sit down and play and
Yeah.
like just have a race and stuff. Now, I don't know. Did you ever play the Wii Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the problem I had with the Wii Mario Kart was the battle mode.
Okay.
You could no longer do it could not just be 4-on-4 battle.
Mhm.
It was 4 of your friends and then the rest of the computers.
So
And I was
what,
like,
was it 8?
yeah, it was a huge amount of numbers. So then it's like you'd be racing, like it wouldn't just be like a 4-player race. It wouldn't just be like balloon battle with your 4 friends, where you just want to fight each other and just have fun and everything like that. It was like you and then against all these computer. And it was,
Yeah, I knew that for the racing.
but it was like that also for I think battle mode as well. It was kind of weird. So I'm kind of hoping they remove that and
Maybe
just
I
go.
didn't play much of the battle then.
No one did. Like we tried it out and we're like, this is horrible. Like
I mean, I remember battle from NES and 64 days.
yeah, 64 was perfect. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, go back to
With
that.
the balloons and
Yeah.
shit like that. Yeah.
Go back to that and you're solid. So but yeah, this is definitely a game I know we're all going to sit down and play because even Eric was like, I might get a Wii.
I'm totally stoked about it, dude. And I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go out and buy a Wii U, but I'll definitely play it when I come over to your place.
Oh no,
definitely.
I want everybody to play. This game and basically
Smash Bros.
Is which they finally had news out, and
Yep.
I thought they actually
They
did
have big news.
big freaking news. I think they did a smart thing. So we finally got a release date for the Smash Bros. Games.
Right. 3DS is coming out first.
Yeah, 3DS is coming out in summer, and the next one, the Wii
31st.
version that everyone's working for.
Last day of the year.
Well, is it coming out on?
Yeah, I thought it was December 31st.
Did they say December 31st?
That's
Because they
what I
just said
thought.
winter.
Yeah, I thought
I have a
that.
feeling it's probably going to come out during the Thanksgiving era. Usually that's when they do the big releases.
Yeah.
But I think this is a smart move for Nintendo because their 3DSs have already sold they outsell pretty much all systems right now. Releasing that game, getting everyone a feel for it, going like, oh, this is going to be fun and playing and getting the battle, plus all the new battle modes they're going to have with the 3DS, like that rush mode.
Right.
That looks awesome. So that's what they're doing with that, and then they're going to finally release Now I'm getting both, so I know that, but that kind of spaced it out because I was kind of worried if they're going to release both of them at the same time. Because I'm like, well, if I'd buy both of them at the same time, but I'm pretty sure I'll just be playing the console one.
Right.
So like the 3DS one will get me a feel for like, okay, this is cool, kind of customizing things and getting a feel for everything before you jump into the Wii version. Now, I know they released a bunch of Pokemon that are going to be coming out.
I saw Charizard.
So I don't know if the trainer is coming back, the Pokemon trainer. But you got Charizard, you got that weird kinetic Pokemon Lucian, I forget. It's like basically the ripoff of Mewtwo.
Right.
And then you got this new frog one. It's like
must be from X or Y.
That's what they said. It was from X or Y. Now, I've never played X or Y yet.
Yeah, me neither.
This actually character looks pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Runs around, it's got like ninja-like moves and does like all these kind of cool things. It's like a water-based kind of Pokemon too, so it looks like it fits really well into the fighting game style. So I'm like, okay, this was a really good choice. Because face it, they have picked some really shitty Pokemon, such as like you got Pikachu, and I like Pikachu, but then you throw in Pichu, which is like, hi, I'm Pikachu, but smaller, and every time I do an attack, it hurts me. And it's like, why would I want this character?
Right.
Why would I want this in my life? Then be like, hey, Matt, you want to play South Park Stick of Truth?
Yeah.
Okay, every time you play it, I get to shock your penis with a cattle prod.
Okay, let's play.
Like, that's about as fun as the... They finally separated characters, which I thought was a really good idea for the Smash Bros., such as Sheik and Zelda are separate. And they gave them new moves for them not doing their transformation into the two characters. So Zelda now has like the Shadow Knight that comes out, and then Sheik has like these grenade bomb things. They look really good. They did the same thing with Samus. Now you have Zero Suit Samus by herself and regular Samus. So you don't have to do that whole power-up move, and then you lose your armor, and then you become Zero Suit Samus. I'm trying to think what else. But they have changed up a lot of the fighting styles. I think like a lot of characters standing up straight now. Yoshi is doing that. Same with Bowser. They look to move a little bit quicker and faster. They released a bunch of like trophies that are coming out, or assist trophies. One of the cool ones is actually Pong.
Oh yeah.
So basically, you'll have whoever gets it. It's the two Pongs on the screen, and the ball just goes back and forth and just nails everybody on the screen
while everybody else is still fighting.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's really freaking cool. Then they got mega Pokeballs now. So they have the normal Pokeballs, and then like the mega ones where the rare ones will come out. So.
Right.
You got like now that to worry about, because I don't know about you. Every time a Pokemon ball comes on the screen, everybody runs for it. They changed Kirby's slash attack, or not slash attack. Changed his finishing move, I guess. He does this new Final Smash move, which is kind of cool. They really Mega Man.
I heard that a lot of characters have Final Smash moves now.
Yeah, Mega Man has a really cool one. It's like all the Mega Mans line up and then shoot out like a thing. So it's like Mega Man X, Mega Man, like it's pretty cool. So I'm forgetting who else has a really cool Smash that they were releasing. I can't remember, but yeah, they are adjusting a lot of those fighting styles and everything like that. So I'm trying to think what else. I think that's all I can think of that was gaming news. Now, you and I played a little bit of Titanfall.
Right.
You're a lot farther in it than I am, meaning like level-wise, because I just started playing. I finally got to level 5, I think. But you know about the new updates.
Yeah, so they just came out with private matches. And they also did a little update to where on the map on the screen, when you're in a party and you're playing with a player and they have a Titan, like their icon is different. Like if you played Call of Duty and you're in on 360 or PS, whatever. When you're playing with people, their icon's different, so you know where they are on the map. Mm-hmm. When we were playing the other day or last week or whatever, we're in the same game, but I'd have to see your gamer tag above your player to know where you were.
Yes.
So this will be a lot more beneficial for us, and also the private matches. So, being a lower player like you and I can just jump in a game, private match, and there's a stipulation though.
Oh, is it?
You don't gain XP
in private. Okay, yeah, that was happening. Okay.
So that's kind of shitty.
Well, I figure I jumped in I just started playing Titanfall, and I absolutely love it. Like I wasn't sure how big of a fan I was. It's a really fun game.
Yeah.
The only problem I was having, which is like it's like not really a big deal, but it was just me being stupid, is I kept like calling my Titan when I didn't mean to.
Oh yeah.
But surprisingly, I'm a lot better in my Titan than I am on foot.
More powerful.
Well, that too, but like I took out like a guy who was like a pretty bigger, higher level than me, because we were playing against a lot of like you were like I think 29 when we were playing, or you could have been at 27. I can't remember.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
But there were some people that were in the 30s, 39s, like all this kind of stuff. And I remember this guy because I saw his Titan. I just had like whatever the 3 that were available in my level rank, and his was pretty, decent looking. I'm like, oh shit! But I was like going back and forth. I was doing that, and I was like, oh, this is all. And I felt really proud because I'm like, I took out a guy, but of course, as soon as I take him out, I mean, I got really banged up,
Yeah.
And then 2 other Titans just come out of nowhere, and they're all like, you are outnumbered. I'm like, you think?
I gotta get
So yeah, it's like and then you try to run and stuff, but I like it. I think it's a really fun game, and I like it because even at the level that I was at, I was still able to be like, okay, I took out a couple of people. And so, I mean, I think I got like 3rd in one of the matches. Like I was like, oh, I was actually up there, and like that's never happened to me in Call of Duty at all.
Yeah.
So
I actually spend a lot more time out of my Titan than I do in it. Like I like to play Hardpoint, which is basically domination if you play Call of Duty. So I'll just hang out and rack up the Hardpoint survivor points or whatever, and I'll just camp my Titan out in front of the area. So if somebody comes by, like it auto takes them out, or if another Titan comes by, it auto takes them, and like it just fights them by themselves. So I can just stay in there and protect the position that I'm holding.
Oh, I totally forgot you could do that. With your Titan. I remember doing the tutorial, going like, "Oh, you can make your Titan do this."
Yeah.
And then totally jump in the game, and you like forget everything.
I do that a lot, and then you have the power ups where, the first one you get is like cloak.
Yes.
So you get all like invisible, but the one I like is you can see the movement through the walls.
Oh.
So I'll hang out there and I'll just use that over and over again. I mean, it's really cheap, but whatever. And I'll see people coming.
It's tactic.
It is tactic. The only problem is if they're cloaking, you can't see them.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of cool. And then just got to pay attention to be like somebody is trying to get your position.
Yes.
And so you have to go out there and find them, and it's fun, man. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, it's a really fun game, and I'm curious with these updates because they just released, I think, what was it, Sunday or Monday? But it just finally came out to the 360 Titanfall.
Monday, Tuesday, Monday
So
night.
do you wonder if this is why the new updates has happened? They probably, because to be honest, I think was PC released the same day as Xbox One?
Yeah.
Do you think that they were like, okay, here's kind of like, they did the betas, but this is like, okay, this is the test run. This has been out pretty much for a good month. Mm-hmm. And now they're like, okay, let's see all these updates that we can implement.
It's a different team.
Oh, there's 2 different teams that worked on
Respawn's all about the PC and Xbox One.
Oh.
Blue Tusk or something like that is doing the 360 version. So it's 2 separate teams.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not even think that's kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Is it the same game or?
Same game.
Okay.
Levels are the same. Everything about it, obviously it's 360 version and upscaled and all that stuff. But same game. The 360 version actually has an option in the options menu to where you can lock it at 30 frames per second.
Oh, okay.
Or if you don't, it fluctuates. It'll be 30 frames, or it will go higher to like 40 frames or something like that.
Okay.
I guess it really depends on how you prefer it. But the Xbox One and PC version does not have that.
Okay, actually, now that you mention that, I totally forgot about that. That the 3DS for the Smash Bros. Game, the characters are going to move at 60 frames per second, and then the Sys Pro trophies are 30 frame per second. So I'm like, and that's just on a handheld.
Yeah,
I was like,
wow.
Yeah, I was very like impressed with that. So, but yeah,
I haven't really played my 3DS that much. Well, it's not really mine.
Well, the last one you got to play though was the Zelda game, right?
Zelda, yeah.
I mean,
that's all I really care about.
That's what, like, I'm trying to think. Like, I have a slew of games. Like, I play Super Mario 3D Land, which is a really good title. Then you have like the Donkey Kong Country Returns,
right?
The Mario Kart, Luigi's Mansions is actually really good for it. But like, there's really like I think an RPG came out for it. I haven't picked that up.
Bravely Default.
Yeah, Bravely Default. I played the demo.
I have that on my GameFly.
Yeah, I put it on my GameFly as well.
Did you?
So I'm like, but then some of the games I did put on my GameFly was like, what was it a regular show through the 8-bit land?
Oh yeah,
all these kind of fun ones. So I actually did put the Adventure Time game for the 360 on my queue because because I know you can do multiplayer with that.
Yeah.
And Raven played it and she said it was like phenomenal. So I was like,
stellar.
okay, cool, I'll check
Right
that
on.
out. But yeah, no, Titanfall. So definitely like check it out. Like I was telling Chase because my buddy he also has an Xbox One.
Nice.
He was curious about that game, and I was like, well, I'll get it. I'll let you know how it is. And I'm like, look, I love Call of Duty campaign. Like, I'll be the first to say I suck on online. Like I can do okay, but I'm not like everybody else who kick ass. What I like about Titanfall is like. It's such a different game that it doesn't matter how good of a player you are, you can still get pwned by a guy like me.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you that kind of range of like, there's so much you can do. It's not just like, because even if you lost the match, there's even the like running to the
epilogue,
ship. Yeah, which was funny because I finally was able to do it once. I kept getting killed, and I was like, I made it.
Yeah.
I was so excited. But yeah, I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, surprisingly for a PvP game, it just blows like those kind of like all those online games right now out of the water. Yeah,
I definitely say if anybody has an Xbox One, to definitely get the game.
Yeah,
like there's no reason not to get it, be it physical or digital copy. Just like do it. And Xbox One, I mean, I don't really know too much about the PS4 because I don't have it. But Xbox has been doing update after update. They've really been going balls to the wall to make the Xbox One the best that it can be. And the new April update coming out, I know that they're adjusting the Blu-ray player to play 50 hertz or something like that. I don't know. I
had no idea you had to install it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but you know,
it is what it is. I popped in the Game of Thrones and saw like install a Blu-ray player. I was like, okay.
That's kind of weird, but they're doing that. We're finally going to get the friend notifications back from like cool. 360 to see who logs on. What else are they doing? I think those are like the two really big ones, I guess. Man, there's a couple of others coming out. I'm not sure. Yeah, because it's funny, because last time I played the Xbox One was at Chase's before I got my own, and I saw, I was like, oh, wow, this layout's really weird. And then right before I got mine, you were like, well, they're doing an update. I'm like, okay. And then I jumped on, I'm like, oh, they did do one. Yeah.
I mean, it's still not like the 360, which I'm really like used to, but it has gotten like, okay, here's some pins, here's this, and here that. It just, to me, feels really limited.
Yeah.
Like of stuff. Oh, yeah, and then I downloaded Killer Instinct.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's so bullshit that you have to buy like all the shit for it. Like you get one fucking character, you can't really do much with it. So I'm just like, this might just be a game. Like to me, honestly, if you really want me to get this game, Xbox One, release it on a disc form with all the shit, and I'll just pay.
I think it already is though.
Is it?
I think so.
I haven't seen like a physical copy of it. To me, to my knowledge, it was only going to be a download, and you have to purchase all this stuff. Like it looks amazing. Like, I pulled up the first two characters, was like, these people look really good, I want to do some stuff, but then it's like, you have to buy, like, the combos, you have to buy characters, you have to buy levels, you have to buy modes, you have to buy, and I'm just all like, okay, don't tell me it's free. Basically, what you just gave me was a demo.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Well, they cycle it, I think it's every month that they cycle out a new player.
But to fully get the thing of the game, like as soon as you start up, it's all like, if you want to get achievements, if you want to do this and this and this, you have to purchase at least a combo pack. So you still have to buy something to actually jump more into this game or whatnot. And to me, I'm like, you know what? Just give me a physical copy. I haven't played Killer Instinct since the Super NES.
Right.
I would love to dive back into some Killer Instinct, especially having some online matches, just having some good fun. Especially the Xbox One controller now has that cool slick D-pad that works for fighting games. I feel I'm like, this is finally what PlayStation was having above you. Like now you have this where you can do these kick-ass like combos now. I will buy this game. Just give me a physical copy of it, and I would pick it up.
Yeah.
But like I downloaded the little bit of it. I'm like, it's okay. Like right now, the most fun I'm having is with the Lego Marvel superheroes.
Yeah. When I came over earlier, you were playing that. It looks pretty fun. I got that from GamesFly. I haven't popped it in yet, but I played the demo. Wasn't too impressed by the demo, but from what I saw tonight, I'm kind of eager to throw it in.
Yeah, I would say this game is going to be long. Like, if you're looking for a 40-hour game, this is it. Well,
the character selection, like there's so many like question marks on your
and
your
the
menu.
worst part is not only when you go over a character you already have, it cycles through because there's other ones of them.
Oh, different costumes.
So there's
like
going to be
types.
like I think I'm still missing like 2 Tony Starks.
Oh, damn.
So there's all this other stuff. So not only is there like there's about 15 levels I think in the game story mode wise, but before you're going on to other missions, there's a whole bunch of side shit that you can do. Like I was just exploring, then I was like, oh, I found the Red Hulk and I fought him and I got him, and then I randomly found this building and I get Howard the Duck and fucking
Howard the Duck was so random.
It was he's a Marvel character though, but
no shit.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I had no idea.
It was the first Marvel movie made, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Makes you wonder how they built this empire. Now.
Wow, crazy.
That's all they should do. They should literally just show up at the next DC thing and be like, "We did Howard the Duck. Look at us now." And DC's just like, "Fuck!
We can't compete.
Son of a bitch."
That's crazy.
Speaking of the DC movie, the Superman, Man of Steel, just call it Justice League already.
Oh,
you keep adding so
sure.
many. Yeah, it's just call it Justice League.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Were they going to re-release Injustice for the new next-gen consoles?
I thought there was talks about it, but I haven't heard anything further.
Okay.
And that was months ago.
Yeah, it was months ago. I wasn't sure.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. I'm just trying to feel like what else I can get, to play or whatnot. It's funny because the first one on my queue was Thief, but it's checked out right now from a bunch of people, so they just gave me the Marvel one. But I did put Dead Rising 3 because I played the demo of that and I was blown away by it. Yeah. I was like, holy crap. What else did I add to it? I think Garden Warfare.
I have that on mine.
I think Battlefield 4.
I didn't do that one.
Well, these are just, I'm just trying to get whatever I can.
Yeah.
I know I put Call of Duty Ghost, or not Ghost. Yeah, is it Ghost? Yeah, Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost.
Because I'm like, well, I haven't played it, figure just pop it in or whatnot.
Yeah, I haven't played that one.
It's just a bunch of games that I'm like, I know I want to, it's like, I'm not sure if I want to buy these things right now, or...
See, that's why I love GameFly. It was like, you just throw it on there. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then you get something else that you have on your queue. It's like, be it a 360 game, DS game, or whatever. It's like, if you get lucky, you get lucky. But
yeah, it's really cool, and I like it because I was going through. It's like I'm adding PS3 games. I'm adding, even they can even go really old school. I can even get some GameCube games if I wanted to.
For sure. Yeah,
which I was like,
seriously.
What? So unless they start giving me some Super
I'm
NES
sure you
games,
could probably get those.
I guarantee I should do that. Well, we might have to go into like backseat gaming, and then we pop in some old school because I do have a slew of GameCube games still and stuff like that. But I know there's a couple that I might be like, I might just be like, let's relive the horribleness of Mario Sunshine, people. And then even Wii games because my Wii U plays old school games. Like I think I found 2 RPGs that I really wanted to play, just never got a chance that were on the Wii. I think one was like Xenosaga or something like that, and then the other one was called like The Last Story or something like that.
Xenoblade or whatever.
Yeah, Xenoblade. That was it, like the remake. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. So I'm excited. So now I pretty much had my Xbox for about a week now. I think.
It's been about a week.
I got it on a Monday.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll dive more into Titanfall. But of course, Matt, if they want to game with you, where can they game with you at?
So I'm on Xbox. It's Airgyle, AIRGYLE. Find me. I started a Twitch channel, The Faro Show, and you just started a Twitch channel.
Yes,
also?
I did. Mine's the same as my gamer tag. Just School Days. SKOOLDAZE069. I think I'm going to start an Arcade Bros one up once I get more, because I want to actually, thinking now that if you have a Twitch account, I have a Twitch account, maybe do the Arcade Bros and people can log in and add videos. So if you're like, hey, I'm going to do some Raymond plays tonight or something like that, you want to do those or something like that, because I have thought about doing walkthroughs or whatnot, because I was replaying like the Tomb Raider game, and it was kind of funny, like realizing like, wow, I'm doing really good, and then just going, well, I have played this before, so it's kind of interesting just to see like, oh yeah, I remember this, or I don't remember this, or like, where the fuck am I going, or finding new
Twitch
things.
Twitch is kind of cool. Like I go on Twitch to watch other people. I've only really broadcasted maybe 3 or 4 times, but it's kind of cool. Like I'm kind of nervous. Like when I broadcasted, like I don't do my Kinect microphone and I don't do my video. Like I just do my straight gameplay. The last time I did, I was playing Rayman Legends, And I had about the highest number I got was like 10 people watching me. I was like, holy shit, there's 10 people watching me play.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm easily entertained. I was like, whoa, this is nuts. So, but then you go and watch people, and they have thousands of people. It's like, whoa, it's nuts. So,
well, see, that's why I think a Twitch channel for the Wii U would be perfect, especially with some Mario Kart coming out, and especially, like, I would love to just do some Twitch me of playing Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Like, I talked about it on a previous podcast, like, that's my game. Like,
yeah.
Like, look, I don't brag that much about games that I'm good at. Like, I can hold my own in certain things, but this is, like, we actually did that at our holiday party. Everyone's like, oh, let's play some Smash Bros. Brawl, man. Let's play some Brawl. Come on. I'm like, oh, I haven't touched that in ages, my friends, in ages. When we all jump on, I even let them get the good controllers. Like, I took the Wii controllers, and they get done with everything. They're like, who the fuck was Link? I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. This is my shit. And they were just like, are you kidding? Like, and it wasn't like even like I won barely. It was like a full down smackdown.
Fucking kick their ass.
Like, they were like, you have 20 kills. I'm like,
that's what I do.
That's what I do, bros. So, but yeah,
wow.
I think that's
Right
going to
on.
wrap it up for this episode.
Cool.
For not having show notes, I think we actually hit it out of the park, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, definitely follow us on Twitcher or Twitch. I'm adding Twitch and Twitter. See, obviously I'm a noob to it. I'm like, hey, Twitcher me! Someone just Twitchered me on Twitch. Of course, you can find us at arcade_bros on the Twitter. Feel free to hit us up. And yeah, like us on Facebook. Go ahead and, if you want to game with us, just find our gamer tags. I know it's on the webpage. We'll probably add Matt. I know we're going to be having a slew of guest hosts coming on, but Matt, always like having you come back. In fact, I think Matt and I should sit down and do like a video of us playing Titanfall. See, this is what I'm worried about, playing the videos, because I know I'm going to put the mic on, and you saw me doing the Marvel Lego, and I'll just be like, get in line.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm Deadpool, so people be like, what the hell? So, but until next time, kiddos, keep on trucking. No, keep on gaming. This has been another fine production of the 4i Radio Network. For more great shows, check out www.4iradio.com.